Hey guys, welcome back to the English Gentleman Gamer with me, Roscoe. Here's part 3, mission 3, whatever you want to call it, of the Medal of Honor Underground playthrough. I think it's the first one I've actually done on YouTube since I started, 100 and something videos in. I've never sat and played through a whole game, but you know, as I've explained before, I do love this game, I do love this series, so and I like a bit of retro now and again. This is actually the second time I tried this. I got about halfway through it and died for some reason. I think I ended up trying to throw a petrol bomb and blew myself up rather than anyone else. But anyway, there you go, such is life in the fast lane. I'm sure I'm not the first person to need to do a level more than once on one of these playthroughs. So this is a mission where our aim is to destroy evidence, basically. And there's a couple of meat truck type things you've got to try and get rid of. They do help you out on that score. They provide some sort of Bren machine gun, something like that, Hawkins or something I think it's called. Anyway, I digress. So that's the first one found and done and dusted. I mean, that one's fairly obvious as you've got to go through it to progress in the level. This is about the third or fourth time I've done this level. The reason being, the first couple of times I tried it, for some reason my capture device went on a blink a bit really. It would start recording alright, it just wouldn't stop recording, and I was left with these massive files on the drive that were called backup files or temporary files or something like that. I was quite happy with that shot there as he was running away. I tried to do most of this mission with a pistol. I just find it more fun, to be honest. So that truck's compromised. I've got to go upstairs to this Hawkins gun to get rid of it. It's not particularly difficult. I mean, why this guy just sits there whistling or picking his nose or whatever, waiting to be shot in the head, I don't know. There aren't too many surprises. I didn't find any secret areas or anything. Or, you know, in the last Catacombs level, there was a few areas where, without exploration, you wouldn't have found them. I think this is a bit of a cheap trick. As soon as you start shooting, that this guy appears behind you. I think it's a bit cheap, personally, but you know, adds a bit of spice to it. One thing I liked about this that I'd never seen in a first-person shooter was the concept of, if you didn't fully polish off an enemy, basically, they sort of went into this death throw animation, and if you were running past them or they were facing the right way or the wrong way, depending on the way you look at it, while they were dying, they just ended like held the trigger down on the machine gun, and it can catch you out a few times. I mean, I haven't tweaked the level, set the difficulty on this, so I'm presuming on easy or normal as this is that it wouldn't be a problem, but I can imagine on the hard setting. I remember certainly on Medal of Honor European Assault, if you did it on the hard setting, your health didn't recover. So, you know, could be a pain in the ass if you took a couple of rounds. I mean, this is obvious you've got to go down here. You can't progress through the level if you don't. So, I didn't find anything secret-wise. Normally the boxes were quite big, the crates that you needed to destroy, but that one was quite small, really. That was a mistake, that. I'm not sure what was in these crates. The enemies, for the most part, weren't particularly troublesome. It was some green proper soldiers, I presume, rather than these. I don't know what these are supposed to be. Whatever the French opposite resistance fighters were in the Second World War. They're not very good, they're not very accurate, they don't do a lot of damage. Whereas the green soldiers, they do a bit of damage, and coming up there's a couple of them were a bit of a problem, to be honest. Although I had kind of learnt from the first couple of times I went through this that if you didn't take them out quite quickly, excuse me, they could be quite a pain. It's a bit longer than the first level, this one. It took longer than it should do, really, but I wasn't running through it. I mean, I could have run through it with the Sten gun, whatever it's called, the machine gun, basically, and just mowed all these people down. I decided not to do that for some reason, I'm not sure why. But like I said, I think I was going for the 3 stars, and I'd have to look it up, I don't know for a fact, I think some of it's to do with your accuracy on that one. I seem to remember part of it's to do with your health needing to be above 75% to get the full 3 stars. I believe that getting the 3 stars on a particular mission gives you passwords and access to bonuses, and I seem to remember you certainly need to do it to get to the 3 bonus levels that we'll obviously get to when we get there. I'll be honest, if I don't get 3 stars and everything, which I have been doing so far, I will just cheat and get I did look up the passwords the other day, I don't really know why. This was a bit pointless, I thought. I didn't really see the point of this machine gun. I mean, there's a couple of these green army guys turn up, and a few of these dudes in blue, but nothing particularly troublesome. I didn't really see the point of it, to be honest, other than to break up the level. And I do lose a bit of health, because these green guys, you can't always anticipate when they're going to turn up. I know they're coming, sort of thing. I couldn't zoom in either. I'm not sure if you can do normally. I'm not sure how well the PS1 disc plays with the PS3 controller, to be honest. But, you know, I got through it, so there you go. So I think I've polished off the last ones where I can be bothered. I think it's one of those where if you stay on the gun, they'll just keep turning up. So I decided to say, right, sack that, I've had enough. This is where I take a bit more time now. I was just trying to pick these guys off with one shot to the head. I think I get this dude with one shot. Yeah, and this is when we first start seeing the army guys like hiding behind these walls, and if you don't take them out or see them, whatever, they can be a right pain in the backside. And I think I cock up shooting this guy because he goes down like he's dead, and I'm sure he gets me in a second when I go up these stairs. Yeah, I didn't actually polish him off. I thought he actually killed me. There we go, I thought he hit me a couple of times. Yeah, so look, if you are doing this yourself, I would definitely recommend you take out the group guys in green first. This bit I did remember quite, I'm not sure fondly is the right word, but no, there's a couple of guys who turn up. So where I was aiming at that guy there, if you don't get him killed pretty quick, it can be a right pain in the bottom. These guys in blue don't tend to be that accurate or do so much damage to tell the truth, but the green army guys there's another one there. And the first time I did this, that was really, the smoke obscured him for ages and he was picking me off for fun. But I couldn't see him, so I was plugging away, and it's not the most accurate of machine guns, unfortunately. Now this bit I didn't do particularly well. It was a bit of a cock up, to be honest, because the guy who was doing the most damage on my left was the guy I took on last, basically. I should really try petrol bombing him, to be honest, but there you go, you know. It's only a game at the end of the day. And I'm still getting shot here. That's taking off quite a lot of my health there, and I didn't see him. Well, that's just me being daft, really. So like I say, the guys in the green are to be avoided, really. Not quite sure what I was doing going backwards here, to tell you the truth. I think I was looking for a health pack actually, and I spotted a guy there that didn't shoot me on the way through the first time. Yeah, I think I came down here because I remember seeing some sort of medipack or field surgeon pack. Because I'm pretty sure some of the excellent awards goes off how much health you've got left when you finish the mission. I think there's only a couple of guys left to take out now. I mean, I don't really like backtracking unless I have to, but on this occasion I thought it was worth the effort because it's only like a 20-30 seconds out of my time, out of my life to go back a bit. And again, if you take your time here, the guys kind of like pop up like him there, and they don't tend to react straight away when you first see them. So if you take your time with an steady aim like that, you can pop them off. I think I cocked up this bit in the end with my attempted single shot to the head. And yeah, I think I got him in the chest in the end. So I just thought, right, stuff this. Get me machine pistol out. Yeah, that's them two guys dusted. Again, you can obviously tell the draw distance isn't very great on the PS1 because it's just a black murky mess in the background basically. And I think that's just, oh, there's a printing press to find. You have to cover up, which isn't really that difficult. You just press a lever and, I mean, why that guy's not spotting me, I don't know, but he went down easily enough. I didn't realise there was a guy up here on the left. Well, you just up there on the left, on like some sort of balcony at first. I didn't realise he was there. It's annoying that you can't shoot through them steel railing things when they can shoot you, but anyway, that's just a minor point. And the final evidence to destroy is just on my, just went past it down on my left hand side, because the first time, well, when I did this the first time through, hence the reason why, you know, as you'll see, I haven't actually destroyed it. But then I went back and found it anyway. There you go. It's in the level. So I think there's one more mission level, whatever you want to call it, in the first section of the game left. I forget what it's called. Just to show you that I've got the excellent award on this one. And I got a Kablooey Armstrong gunnery evaluation. There you go, guys. Thank you for joining me for part 3, and I'll get part 4 recorded as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye.